Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
The next one is Bloomberg. Bloomberg says, US says that its pavilion was sponsored by UAE, kindly sponsored. In a statement, they said it was the generosity of the Emirati government. They're so generous. They sponsored. I was just thinking, you have been generous to the tune of 60 million US dollars to Americans. There are hardly any Americans in UAE. The majority are Indians. Why didn't you sponsor the Indian pavilion? Why did you ask Indian businessmen to sponsor their own? Why did you ask India to, sponsor its own pavilion? Why did you ask other countries to sponsor their own? Why did you pay for USA? Why? Because you are fucking afraid. You're afraid of the Houthis. You're afraid of the Yemenis. You're afraid that someone will bomb blast or do some shit in UAE during Expo 2020. And if that happens, your economy is destroyed, your Expo is destroyed. So by having US presence, you know for a fact, nobody is going to dare attack. And the reason why US didn't bother to pay, because they knew you would come dancing to them. So it's pretty obvious. I don't know. This is what I see it as. What do you think? Do you think that US is so kind? UAE is so kind that they said, US, we love you. Yeah, right. Anyway, coming to UAE news, I think this is the last of the big one. You have aviation business with Saif Mohammed Al Suwaidi. He is the main guy for the airport chief, whatever. He says UAE has already invested 1 trillion AED dirhams, 1 trillion. That's a huge, with 9 zeros, 10 zeros. I don't know how many zeros. Okay. In its airport infrastructure. And what he's saying is they should not stop. You should keep pumping more money. Yeah, you keep pumping more money. You have to get fucking money back. Doesn't make any sense. The purpose of this news is to tell you how important tourism is for the UAE sector. And they're saying that they need to invest even though now tourism is dropping. So you can see how bad the situation is. Okay. Now the next piece of news is something that almost every Indian in UAE and in India sent it to me, and they kept asking me this. What is my opinion about this? I'm going to give you my opinion. And the news is, as per Gulf News, loan defaulters, people who have taken loans from UAE and who have run away to India, they will now be executed in India. They'll be tried and tested. First, I'll read the article, just the main points, and then I'll tell you my verdict. The long arm, I don't know which arm, the long arm of the law will no longer take time to catch the loan defaulters and other civil convicts of UAE who have fled to India. As per the report, India on January 18th issued a gazette notification declaring the UAE as a reciprocating territory for the Code of Civil Procedures and identifying the superior courts there and blah 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 blah, but therefore facilitating UAE courts, blah blah bullshit. Okay, whatever. In other words, what they're trying to say is, if you took a loan or credit card and you ran away to India, we're going to fuck your happiness. We're going to catch you and we're going to put a bamboo up your ass with a steel-studded dildo. Okay, that's what they're trying to say. Then you have Pawan Kapoor. Who's this film actor? Pawan Kapoor. Pawan Kapoor, Indian ambassador to the UAE. Okay, never heard of him, but anyway. Pawan Kapoor must be related to Anil Kapoor, who's another funny, hairy actor. I used to watch his movies once upon a time when I was very young. Okay. So he's confirmed this news to the Gulf News. Okay. He said, this is a big warning to those who flee in India and who take huge loans. We will catch you. Okay, fine. But then if you read the article, you'll see, always they say fine print, read the fine print. This is where people didn't see it. And this is what I saw. So what is the fine print? It says, finer details to be clear over time. Oh, that's interesting. So finer details. What are the finer details? Finer, it means in symbol English, we don't know how the hell we'll implement this law. We don't know. We just made plan. We just made announcement. How we'll do it, we don't know. That will tell you. Here's another thing. India and UAE have been at this almost, I think, 20 years. In the year 2000. This is 2020. 20 years ago, this law was being processed. After 20 years, they finally made this announcement. So what I'm trying to tell you is, not that I'm trying to encourage you to take a loan and run away. I'm totally against those people who do that. That's wrong. That's unethically. It's just wrong. Okay. But it's like me telling you I'm going to fly to the moon. But I'll get back to you with the details how I'll do that. That's exactly what it is. They made a big announcement. They don't know how the fuck they're actually going to do this. In fact, let me tell you this. This guy, one other guy, he says, the new announcement is like old wine in a new bottle. Okay, they took it, they repackaged it. It is to boost confidence of the financial system, great. But its effectiveness needs to be tested. That means they just don't know how the fuck they're going to do it. In fact, let me openly challenge you with this, giving you facts. Check the Economic Times of India. It says, before I tell you what it says, now you're talking of a new legal case being filed. And I'm sure there are millions of cases, okay? If not millions, let's say 100,000 cases are there of people who took the money and ran away. Okay. Are you aware of the fact that 4.3 million cases are pending in India? 4.3 million cases, out of which 800,000 cases, 800,000, that's nearly a million, are 10 years old. So you already have 4.3 million pending cases. They don't know how they're going to solve that. They have cases pending for 10 years where people are coming to court, going back, coming to court, going back, coming to court, going back from past 10 years. So you already have enough and more shit that is not sorted out. And now you're saying we will increase the number of cases. How the fuck are you going to sort that out? Okay, that's one. Second thing, how many ministers, how many underworld guys, how many powerful people have committed crimes but are still not being held or being held accountable? How many? I don't have the exact number, but I'm pretty sure there are lots of them. Okay. Here's another thing. How many companies in UAE don't pay Indian people? They don't pay their salaries. They exploit them. They cheat them. They treat them like shit. So why is nothing being done there? Why don't you have some court case over there? No, let these guys get fucked. But these other people we will catch. Yeah, because we are rich and they took our money, we'll catch them. But these poor people who are getting exploited, no, we'll leave them.